It looks like this fair value gap has been filled. All right, so let's eliminate this box. All right, so now we got plan on market structure. All right, so we have a lot of sellers up here, man. So what I want to do is, if I was to make an entry, I got to remember where structure is at the top right here. And that's 4-hour structure. So I label my 4-hour with pink. Let's go down to the 1 minute. I mean, not the 1 minute, the 1 hour. So if I take this trade, I'm gonna enter here and get out at the top. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad trade. Let's go down to a lower time frame for more confirmation. I actually like this. This is the 15 minute. See that? We need a break and retest out of that on a lower time frame. So this is the 15 minute. That's why it's important to understand the whole board. So I get a break and retest structure out of this trend line. I'm going to take the entry, but I will not take it here because it is hitting the area of resistance. It's hitting my trend line right there. Let's see what the file look like. All right, now this is where the real temptation is, y'all. It is very tempted to jump in on this right here, but price can easily snatch back inside this trend line. So this is the part where I really have to sit on my hands. Don't make an entry. Don't make the trade. Stick to my process. My process is waiting for a break and a retest of structure, meaning that I would need this trend line to be retested. So even if price want to take off right now, I cannot trade outside my process or my structure, man. So I'm waiting it out. I'm not going to do anything yet until I get the confirmation. That's within my trading process. All right, we got a retest of structure on the 1 minute candles right here. Now this would not be a bad entry at all. Now I don't like the way those retests look. Those candles look like choppy. Yeah, we need a stronger retest, man. All right, so this play work out. This is going to be the play. This is the plan. Enter off this trend line. And we're taking TP up here at 4-hour structure. That'll be the play. All right, seeing what my risk is looking like. All right, we got about 45 seconds left before this candle close out. All right, now I'm liking this retest of structure. This look a whole lot better. Bulls are really they really defending this level, but the candle's not closed yet. So let's just see what happens. I need to break out of this. We still got some market structure right here too, so I'm also being mindful of that. I'm like looking at market structure like crazy. See that? This was the last area of structure, right? So we got to be able to come out of that. And then I'm in there. So now, as y'all can see, sometimes just waiting for a break and retest of a trend line is not enough because you also have this horizontal structure, right? You have price level, right? Price. That's something that can't be ignored. So, all right, man, let's see what we do with this.
Order filled.
All right, I went ahead and got into play, y'all. I see some decent confirmation here. And then my risk is not bad at all. This is actually not bad. All right, there's a couple places where I can get out at. I may go for a nice trail. I'm risking $150 for 327. I'm gonna make the adjustments accordingly. I could definitely give myself some more room on this. All right, so I like my risk 180. As far as TP, I'm looking at sellers up here at the top at this level, man. So this is just an area I want to keep in mind. Let's see. I want to take it to this 4-hour structure, but let's see what happens. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually I'm gonna bring my TP here. All right, so I wanna let the play breathe to 4-hour structure, but there's also a lot of sellers right here, y'all. So this could be TP1 at 327. and TP2 would be right here like 610. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to 610. Okay, so I'm risking $180 to make $610. What I'm gonna do is if I see price stall at this first TP, right? That's why I have this white line here, right? That's gonna be the first one, right? I'm only gonna take that if I see price stall, and if I see buyers get absorbed, then I'm gonna go ahead and just close it out right here. Okay, so we locked in, we in the trade. Let's get it. And as far as trailing my stop loss, man, like I'm not risking a whole lot. This is 3 contracts. This is actually lower than my average stop loss that I place. Like I like to put on like a 300 stop loss for 35 contracts, but for this 180, I mean, it's a deal. This is still anyway. So I'm not risking a lot. Now I'm still going to trail my stop loss to break even when the opportunity presents itself. Yeah, believe that. I'm still going to trail it, but the crazy thing is I only need like, I think I had a goal of like 415 or something like that. That's the tripped out part. I only need a lot for real. All right, y'all, we in the trade. Um, I really ain't been able to trade a whole lot. I've been trading like 2 to 3 times a week, but twice at best due to my work schedule, due to traveling. So, I get in where I fit in, but I'm always in the market. I'm always in the charts. I'm just not always able to actively trade. But when I do see an opportunity, I take it. That's why y'all see me in some of these pre-market setups too, because I'm on night shift. I'm still in this nurse life, man. Registered nurse in this ICU life, dog. Night shift, man. So I get it in how I fit in. You feel me? All right. I don't know if I'm trailing too soon, but I lower my risk some more. All right. Let me see. What was this first TP? This first TP was all right, like 324. All right, first TP is $324. Second one is like 609 and 612, somewhere up in there. So I will be able to trail to break even real soon. I want to wait to see if we get a pullback from this candle first. If price want to come back and retest this level. But I do like the strength and the momentum that I'm getting from the buyers right now, man. So it's looking real good. I'm feeling it. Now we are approaching seller's territory up here. We're approaching seller's territory. All right, I trail my stop loss to $58, man. So if this play don't work out, I only lose $58, right? So also in the same sense, I'm risking $58 for 600 to 12, or for my first TP, let's just say I'm risking $58 for $325, right? I mean, that's nice. All right, that's seller's territory. Let's see what happens. I could have took that profit. Let's see what happens if it's gonna push up. Let's see. Let's see. Honestly, I should have taken my bread right here, but I'm gonna trail the stop loss tight. If it break out of that, I'm just trail right below this candle. This is where I start trailing my stop loss tight. But let's see what happens. We got a lot of time on this 5-minute candle too, y'all. I really don't like that. All right, so I trailed in profit. I trailed up to $9. I mean, not $9, $90. All right, so I'm trailing somewhat tight in case bulls just continue to break out. But remember, look over here to the left. We got a lot of sellers over there. So that's why I set my first TP for this level, y'all. So I'm really at 324 for my first TP. Now I can either take this money and walk away, or I can stay in the trade, trail the stop loss tight. Eventually, if I can get my stop loss set at the first TP, then I'll be real Gucci, and then we'll aim for that 612. So this is a tough choice I gotta make. Do I want to just walk away with the bread, or do I want to, you know what I'm saying? Because the play look good. I'm gonna trail this tighter. I'm locking in 145. Like, why not? We locking in 145. You see how it's breaking out? You see how it's breaking out? Now price could snatch it back. Sellers could push it down. Sellers could still push it down right now. All right, locked in $157. I just locked in 157. I want to bring my stop loss a little closer, y'all. Let's do it right here. We done. Because we got a lot of sellers up here in this area too. I don't even need all that. Let's just go for the 466 and we good. Hey, they trying to push up. They trying to break out. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to toggle to the 1 minute. See what they're doing over there. Let's see what price action look like right quick. Oh yeah, them boys trying to go all the way with it. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I like that 181, y'all. All right, look like sellers. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Either way it go, we up for the day, man. This is a winning trade. Either way. Either way, we won for the day. We up. All right, this is price action on the 1 minute. I'm just looking to see what price is doing on the 1 minute. It's looking damn good. I ain't gonna lie. Good shit. We trailing tight.
Order filled.
We good, y'all. Sometimes you may have an ideal profit target, but if you notice that there's some absorption taking place, man, it can make sense to get out of that trade a little earlier, y'all. I mean, everybody's style is different, right? Or you can just hang out, wait it out, whatever. But look, my second TP was here. Now the first one I was good. My second one was here, but then I saw absorption. See this? See what sellers are? We have an order block right here. You know what I'm saying? So look, boom, sellers, number of sellers up in there, right? So I would have to get through all of this just to hit that, which cool, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to sit in that. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to wrap it up. I got what I wanted for the day. Big success, man. Y'all saw how I waited, right? I traded that live. I waited for a break of structure, right? A break out of this trend line. And then let me see. I broke out a trend line. I retested the trend line, but then we still had structure. Even with the break and retest out of a trend line, there was still structure right above it. So I still had to wait to break that structure. Otherwise, right, I'd have been looking at some nice, some drawdown, right? Which we ain't scared of no drawdown, but market structure is key, man. So that's what I'm learning. It's been helping me a lot. All right, man, I'm wrapping this day up. I'll get at y'all later. TGIF. Everybody have a great and blessed weekend. I'll be posting this. I got some stuff on YouTube, man. I'm about to be dropping. So stay tuned for that over the weekend. And Big Legacy, man. We out here. Let's go.